Hi, I'm Rick Bentley, CEO and co-founder of Cloudastructure. We're taking access control, that's where you swipe your badge and the door opens, and video surveillance, and moving them to the cloud. If you look at the enterprise server room, it's emptying out. There's a lot of servers that aren't there anymore. There used to be a file server, it's now Box or Dropbox. There used to be an email server, it's now Outlook 365 or Gmail. As you go down the list, each cloud provider has taken a server off-premise. Everyone knows why, move to the cloud. But there's 2 servers left, and they're literally tied to the building with physical cables. That's access control and video surveillance. And if this looks messy, that's only half the problem. The network topology is a nightmare. At each location, the cameras need a Windows server running third-party software. The access control system, same thing, different software. Holes in the firewall to connect this together, leaving the person who has to manage it all very worried. And this is only a 3 location. Imagine what 103 looks like. So we move to the cloud. We have on-premise hardware, talks to doors, talks to cameras, moves it to the cloud, end user accesses it through there. It doesn't matter how many locations, it's all the same network topology to us. What's interesting, though, is the way we built this, the on-premise gear doesn't serve up any services, has no inbound ports, there's nothing to bang on to try and hack it. So it got more secure. And why care about security? Does everyone remember 2 or 3 weeks ago, the internet stopped working for much of the country? That was a botnet largely of network cameras and network video recorders. Maybe a couple of years ago, you had to get a new credit card because you shopped at Target at some point. That cost Target 9 figures in settlements alone, and they broke in through the HVAC system. And you don't know it, but who here uses a badge to badge into your building? Right. If you come by our booth, without you taking it out of your pocket, without me ever seeing it, I can read it, I can print a copy of it, and send it back to you so you can badge it and show it to your department how easy it is to have someone make a copy of a badge for you. If I was a nicer guy, I could go by tonight and take all your stuff. So security and convenience are usually inversely proportional, mutually exclusive even. We increase both. What we're shipping right now is scalable, it's more network secure, it's more physical secure, and it gives you business intelligence across all your locations. What we have going in the lab, though, is really much more interesting. Once you have access control and video surveillance together, you can do things you can't do with either one separately. For example, let's say you want to use face recognition to see what's going on. Well, how does that work? You have to hire someone, take some pictures of them, upload that to the server, and now the system knows what this person looks like. Well, that's a pretty poor training set. It's under one set of lighting, one camera, that sort of stuff. Well, how about when you badge in and we see your face? Badge in, see your face. Badge in, see your face. Pretty soon, by the end of the week, we know what you look like really well from different cameras or in different lighting, and we can keep up as you change your facial hair, get glasses, get a haircut, etc. So with that, then, you can do things like tailgating. Hey, we saw 2 people come in with only 1 badge swipe. And the first person, we know whose badge it was. The second person looks like this guy. So then he can get an email saying, please use your badge when you badge in. If he doesn't look like anyone we know, we can try and find who it was. And most interesting, after the stuff I told you about how we can copy your card so easily, we can let you use your phone as your credential to get in a much more secure way than existing badges do today. We work in a SaaS model. We charge per year per camera and per year per door. We're going after really big markets with very large incumbents. Do these numbers look too big? Just think for a minute. How many corporations have doors? There's our addressable market. We're currently shipping to tech companies, universities, and utilities. We're doing $10K a month recurring revenue. We're at the early stage. Our churn is very low. Our intra-customer growth is very high. And how we're going to make it even bigger in the future? Well, look at the channel today. It's really got a problem. The incumbents are in a lot of pain. And the reason is they've been making gear for the facilities department. And the facilities department hasn't had these security concerns that the IT department now has. So the purchaser is moving from facilities to IT. The IT person has a whole new set of demands that the existing incumbents just don't deliver. But the existing incumbents own the existing channel, so we're just routing around it. Electrical contractors, networking equipment manufacturers, and the biggest consulting firms who are telling these enterprises what their problems are and what they need to do in order to stay compliant. I've been doing video since 2003. The last company I started was venture-backed and got bought by Uber. I was a direct report to Andy Grove. I was an advisor to Google X. My educational background is a bachelor's in physics and master's in engineering from UC Berkeley. My co-founder, Glenn, has been doing access control since 2005. The first company he started got bought by Apple. He's been the CEO of multiple venture-backed companies, and his educational background is Harvard. And we have another half dozen of us who we think are at least as impressive. Currently raising $1.5 million, is about halfway closed. We're doing the channel development we talked about, the new features, and the V2 hardware that we're doing here, which we're going to show some of you at the booth, and how it's going to change forever the way that corporate server room looks. And with that, the team, the traction, the technology, we're going to get the rapid growth. Please come by the booth. We'll show you how it works. Thank you.